Alright. Scan everything out. Alright. There we go. Let's do some stuff, I guess. Figured I'd have some fun. Today's edition. What? Oh, Snapchat. Do stupid Minecraft nonsense. Alright, let's have some fun. So, probably wondering, what game am I playing today? What kind of stupid question is that? It's Minecraft on PlayStation 5. I'm a recently new owner of a PlayStation 5. Only took forever to get one. I'm just kidding. So, it's a fun little story how I obtained this monstrosity that is the PlayStation 5. It is a behemoth of a console. It's quite funny, I will say. I just blasted my ears. Not really blasting my ears. These headphones are sensitive. Yes, shut up. Figured I'd hop on here and just talk some smack. Whatever. Minecraft is soothing to me, as I've told before in a previous stream. It's like a therapy session to me. Different console this time. So I had it previously on I still have it, but it's on my Series X, my Xbox. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, truthfully. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy that thing, but not like I used to. So, I don't know. Sure, the road takes me, I guess. Yes. Stupid cows. I like cows, they're cool. They're pretty neat, though. How did I do this again? Christ, I don't know. Oh, it does he? How the crap do I want to build one of these things? Boy, knowing me the way I know myself, I'm gonna build this, like, this whole world to be massive. Fortunately. What's up? What do I want to do? How the crap do I, a relatively simple individual, wish to do this? As I've said before, that, like, Minecraft is like my therapy session. What's up, Dizzy? What's up, girly? Ah, for God's sakes. My OCD is kicking in. This is so uneven. Christ. What's poppin', Desi? Doing alright? What's up? Yeah, it's fun. Oh. There we go. Okay, there's that. My OCD is settling down. That's fantastic. Get rid of whatever's going on there. Yeah. Yesterday was the last day of hunting season. Oh, that sucks. Ah. Did you guys get anything good, though? I'm not a hunter myself. Like, I want to get into hunting one day. I had an opportunity to go. Back in Virginia. I didn't live in Virginia, but I had a couple friends that lived there. And I didn't have a license, so I couldn't go, which stunk. But it is what it is. So I don't talk with them anymore, but We used to be like really freaking close. Like holy crap, we were close. Unfortunately, things turned sour really fast. Geese is good. Duck is awesome. Duck is fantastic. Deer's always easy. Deer's an easy game. From what I've heard. There you go. Good deal. Yeah. We went out to this little like cafe. Me and her. So let me on your back. I'll tell you the story. So she's been a little stressed out from, because the wedding's in a month. And she's really tense and stuff like that and blah de blah de blah. I say blah de blah de blah in, proper context, of course. Not like being a dick or anything. Every now and then her anxiety gets pretty bad. Like she gets stressed out and stuff like that, and I offer to help in there. She says she's got it, so I'll give her a ton of props to her. It's just we're closing on crunch time and stuff. With the wedding and everything. So little stress is a understatement of the highest order. Yeah, I don't want to be like, I can only do so much. Like, literally I can. It's look, she's an amazing woman. I'm not saying she's not an amazing one at all. I, like her, am very stubborn, and sometimes I am stuck in my ways. When the expression that I have is, I'm the only person on this planet that has my brain. So, people have asked me, like, why don't you get an editor if you're so caught up in podcasting? I'm like, because I'm the only one on this planet that has my brain. And that is very easy to do. It's an easy response. So, I decided, hey, go dress up pretty. I'm taking your rear end out. So we did. We went out. It's a cute little place. It's called Cafe Joel. It's in this little area called Sayville. Which, boy, I could tell you all sorts of history of Long Island. It's a good time. It was good. The food was good. The food was fantastic. The portions weren't so big, which is great, because Jesus, no. There we go. Portions were nice. Like, truthfully, they were nice. It wasn't like, oh, good God, like, these are huge ass portions and stuff. No, thankfully. They were quite nice, to be fair. Where the crap is it? There you are. Okay, cool. Just building like various houses in this world right now. Why my OCD do that? We did. We had a great time. It was nice. Appreciate it. She's very stubborn that way. So, and also, we don't really go out that much. Like, we're the epitome of, hey, do you want to stay home and let me play Minecraft, or you want to order in, or whatever, or I can cook, or whatever. Like, I'm thankful that she's so easygoing, and I don't have to worry about, God knows what. Which is great. It's great, personally. Desi, we are all stubborn in our own way. No one here in this world is perfect. Do you want proof? So, the running joke that I have is, God himself is not perfect. Why? He made us. There you go. I can say it a much more profanity-based term, but, this is a family show. Yeah. So. Oh, it's gonna get warmer. See, we don't have Waffle House up here, and it's annoying. We have like diners and stuff, like really good diners. So. Why are you not working? I enjoy just doing stuff. What is that noise? Am I crazy? Well done, Ryan. Well done. Very well done, Ryan. Ryan and his puns. Fantastic. Fantastic puns. Jesus. I'm at that point, seriously, where, like, so I have a story. Fun little story. When I first started Time to BS in all its glory, like, Jesus, 7 years ago or something like that, I was on the train of, oh, I want to get big, I want to do this. Somewhere I want to say within the last, like, Christ, I don't know, 6 years or so. It finally had me. What? Is that Ryan? Oh, it's Ryan. Oh, it's just. Who is this? I have no idea who you are. Oh, okay. No, that's right. Yeah. Is it true that there are plenty of fights at Waffle House? Like, it's almost routine for you to get into a fight at a Waffle House. Also, Jonas Brothers. They have a Jonas Brothers have a song called Waffle House. I know that because I'm marrying Jonas Brothers girly. It's funny. I never was a huge fan of them. Like I knew who they were when I was younger. But it wasn't until I literally met her. I literally met Megan. I was like, they don't suck at all. Like, which is great. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Every location, Waffle House, you get into a fight. So I've heard. So that's funny. Why is it raining so much? Jesus. Turn off rain. Thank you. God. Stupid weather. Jesus. What do I wish to do today? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. I really don't know what I want to build. I literally just started this world Christ, I don't know, a day or two ago. And I don't know what I want to build. I have an idea of, what exactly I want to do. But I'm like, I don't know. Yes, I'm doing creative mode. Shut up. I'm too lazy to do survival right now. It's nice. It's actually the nicest town I've made in a while. Wow. This comes to shows my creative ideas. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know why people get into fights at Waffle House all the time. Must be a southern thing. I don't know. I love the South. That Southern hospitality thing is very real. Like, it really is. Let's see here. If I go to survival, who cares? Do I die? Wonder. Yes, I do. And I respawn in the same place. That's fantastic. Okay. Wrong button. Okay, because I am a genius. Oh, buttons. There we go. The dirty South. Is that a... Jeez. So, I've been... The farthest down south I've been is, like, Florida. Which I know I'm going to get punched in the face for that, because Florida's not the South. It's not. Florida's its own entity. Like, anyone that says, like, Florida's the South... Like... Actually, hold on. I could defend it, but, like, it depends on where you are. Like, if you're in Tallahassee, or, like, northern Florida, like, towards Georgia and, like, Arkansas, like, the swamp people, that's the South. But the second you go to, like, Orlando, then you're just in Florida. Like, I don't like Florida. Florida's too hot. Oh, okay. My phone's been blowing up like crazy. To me, the South is like central to Western Virginia. West Virginia, obviously. Both of the Carolinas. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. That I can defend. Absolutely, I will defend that. So I knew a guy. Story time. I had two friends who lived up here on Long Island. And we were really... The Panhandle's definitely south. Very much so. Very much. The first to say that. Jeez. So I had two friends, and you know they were from here on Long Island, and one of them moved down to Virginia. He's since married. You know, we don't talk anymore because we had a nasty falling out. You know, partially my fault, partially their fault, and whatever. But the whole gist of that story, I'll tell you one day. Probably over like a phone call or something, because like I really can't text it out. But he married someone who's from He married someone who's from like North Carolina, and they moved to Virginia, and you know she was nice and all, like she was, you know, sweet person and blah blah blah. Cooking was fantastic. The whole cliche about people from the South can cook is very real. It's a very real cliche. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the water or something like that. I don't know what it is. But the people from the Southerners can freaking cook. The whole thing about soul food, how it hits your soul, that's for real. Oh, I love soul food. I love it. But we were close. We were close for like 12 years, something like that. And we've since split off to do our own thing in here. We haven't really talked in like a couple years. I'm man enough to say here on the stream right now that friendship ending was kind of partially my fault. I also am man enough to say that I was also partially the punching bag of that group. To where, like, what are you doing here? I was partially the punching bag to where I was like, I'm to blame for their problems, which is okay. Say what you want. It doesn't bother me, but it does bother me. Does that make sense? It bothers me partially because, I kind of wish they were still involved in my life somehow. Kinda, sorta. But then what knocks my head senseless is, dip ass, you're miserable around them. So I kind of knock myself, saying whenever I do that. Which helps. It helps a lot. To freaking, knock myself senseless here and there. And, I guess you would call it. Oh, what is down here? Let's go down here. Whee! Whee! Abandoned mine shaft. Ooh, delightful. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Why are you so slow? Let's use Minecraft. Come on. Yeah, the further you get down to Florida, the less southern it gets. I completely agree with you. Like, Florida is like the epitome of, no, I don't need that kind of people in my life causing drama. Like, I don't. Like, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the people that are in my life now. I wouldn't change that for the world. I have friends who I can politely call out if ever, just squirt them with a spray ball and be like, stop it. You're being stupid. Stop it. And I can do that. Especially when it's like, they're not in their own way, or they're getting out of their own way, or something like that. Does that make sense? Sure, probably. What the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, this shit. Shut up. We do my thing, stupid. No, I don't need the drama in my life. Let me tell you this. I am happy where I am. I wouldn't change it for the world. There's part of me that's like, you know what? I wish they were in my life still. But then again, I really don't. For a lot of reasons like this, the reasons I just mentioned before. I do miss them a little bit, but not like, oh my god, I want you back, like a deranged ex-girlfriend, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't need this. Bull crap is an understatement. I like coming on here. I like, just streaming and doing nonsense here. It's quite relaxing, I will say. My therapist says I think too hard about this, which is very true. It took me a while to break free of that crap, would be the best way to put it. It really did. It really took me a while to be like, you know what? I don't need this. Took like multiple relationships and multiple therapy sessions to be like, yeah, I'm probably not the problem here, and it's kind of evident here to a degree. It was just so unhealthy. Those friendships. It really was. Excuse me. Cut your shit out. It wasn't even like causing drama, Des. It was more of like, I am in no way, shape, or form perfect. I'd be the first person to say that. But you couldn't call any of them out on their BS. You couldn't call them out on like, hey, here's what you're doing wrong, as like being a bad friend. Because all of them, to a degree, were we all were bad friends to each other. That's for real. We were all just, it was just horrible. Took a lot of growing up. It really did. As I said before, does this still bother me? Kind of? Not really? I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of does, but it doesn't. Does that make a drop of dang sense? Probably. Probably. It's like a roller coaster of stupidity, as I would call it. Pretty much. I always thought it was hysterical. The fact that... You shut up. Thank you. I always found it funny that these people that claim to be my friends and these people that claim to be my best friends were... like, they were just so bad. I didn't help that situation get better. But they didn't help their situation to get better as well. So it's kind of like a weird double-edged sword in that way. You know, I'm not an old fellow. I do have some wisdom in there. The little brain of mine. Building like different worlds. Teleporter places. This map. So I did before on the Xbox world. But now I'm like doing it a little. I'm trying to add my own twist to it. And not be like, oh, he's doing it again. Whatever. Oh, this is what I want to do. What are these stupid coordinates? What happened here? There we go. Okay. Okie doke. There's that. That's awesome. What are you doing here, buddy? Yeah, one life gets you down. You try to find a way to make the most out of it. You know? It really does. Life does suck here and there. But you learn to have fun with it here and there. So, I try my best to have some fun. Buttons? There we go. Okay. Oh, hey Ryan. Yeah, I wasn't really interested in watching the Stadium Series game. Excuse me. God. Relax, you. Ryan, what you up to? What you doing in the Department of No Creds? The No Creds Department? Eh. What do you call that? The No Creds Department? Oh, we got a goalie fight? Cool. Nice. We like to see these things. There we go. Will you be quiet? Jeez. Good Lord, man. How do I broad screens with Twitch and YouTube? How do I do that? Oh. It's very relaxing. I wonder when that meeting is. I'm really up. I wonder what it is. Or when it is, actually. To be more specific. Oh. Hello, screaming beam of light. I like how it changes, like, the sound frequency in my ears. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, actually. There we go. Chickens! Nope. There we go. Ryan, what was the score of the game? I'd like to know, please. I like how I bought a $15 capture card. It's kind of funny. I'm going to try and do this in my New Yorker accent. Freaking 5-2 Bruins lane the second period. That was very Boston-like. Oh, God. Tampa's weird this year. Like, Tampa's really weird this year. I don't know. I mean, I still think they're good, but, like, Hagel's having a great year. Hagman, Brian Hagel, I think his name is. Also, former senator, Brandon Hagel. Ooh. Knicks are doing good, too. Jeez. one of the more confusing, teams in the league. No, stop being... Jesus Christ. Sorry, Ryan. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh, there. There we go. Stupid thing. The thought. Hold that thought, please, Ryan. Yes. Very much so, Desi. Screw Boston. I don't know. I don't have a distaste for the Bruins like I do like the Patriots or something like that. Like, Patriots for obvious reasons, that Super Bowl and stuff like that. Okay, so Ryan answered a pretty interesting question. So, all right. So, Ryan answered a very interesting question here in the chat. How do you feel about the Bridgeport Islanders moving to Hamilton, Ontario? So, here's my thoughts on this, and I'm gonna put the controller down so I can really share my thoughts on this. I think Bridgeport's a dump of a city. I've been to Bridgeport maybe 3 times in the span of 6 years. All of which was to get out of Bridgeport. If you are familiar with the Bridgeport, Connecticut area, it's not a great area. The fact that the Bridgeport Sound Tigers were essentially able to stay in Bridgeport for 25 years is nothing short of a freaking miracle. Because attendance was crap. Nobody cared about the team. Which is, a huge problem with, most AHL affiliates. The attendance rates are terrible. So, Hamilton, I know the Hamilton area a little bit. It's not great, but it would have been funny if they were going to Quebec, which was one of the places the Islanders were rumored to be moving to in the 90s. They were in a fight to keep them on Long Island with the ownership to prevent them from moving to Quebec. I believe it's how it went. But no, here's my thing. As a fan of the New York Islanders, it stings because the entire AHL affiliate has to go all the way up into Canada in Hamilton, Ontario. However, I understand it from a business point of view. If you're trying to make money and you're losing money, and you're losing attendance on a regular basis, go to an area that's going to support your hockey team. No one's going to support hockey in Bridgeport. I'm sorry. Unless you're religiously going to games, unless you got a few hundred, 600 or 700 people showing up regularly to your games every week, you're losing money in Bridgeport. So to me, it's just okay. It's bad. You know what? I don't have a huge thing of thoughts about it, but it just stings, man. It stings. But at the same point, they had to do something. Sorry, I had to cough. It was like that in the capital region. They're largely apathetic about pro sports teams. Yeah, that's the other thing. Albany is Albany's like I know the Firebirds BSery with Antonio Brown was a huge thing, and I remember that story clear as day. We don't have time to unpack all that, ladies and gentlemen, because that's not my forte. Me and Kevin will probably talk about it in the Tuesday show. Tuesday Time to BS. Ryan, I should mention, Kevin's joining the Department of BS on Tuesdays, which is going to be a blast. So, no, so I've been doing Time to BS essentially on my own for crapples quite a while. It stings because I really like what I do, but then you know what, Ryan, you can attest this better than I can. Podcasting burnout is very real. If anyone says otherwise, they're lying to you, and they need to get stuffed in a locker with a 6-day-old peanut butter sandwich. Specifically, 6 days old. I was getting burned out by podcasting really quick. And I was contemplating just... I was contemplating retiring from podcasting altogether. I don't think I've really ever told this story. So, for the last, few months or so, the only thing, I swear to God when I say this, the only thing that hasn't kept me from walking away from podcasting has been Seahawks sessions. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. It was so bad. The podcasting fatigue was just so bad that I'm kind of nervous about, the off season for football. Because it's just, the three of us get along so well, and we just, we talk our nonsense, we talk our BS, and it's great. It's a wonderful time. But when I'm doing Time to BS and Isle of BS, it's just like it's a drag. Which doesn't mean I don't like doing the shows. I love doing the shows. But there comes a point where you're just like, crap. Come on, it's... Yeah, see, you totally get it more than I do. You totally get it. How funny is it that both of our podcasting journeys have Dustin involved? How hilarious is that? It's kind of funny to me. No, but for real, though, it was... yeah, it's no fun when it's just you. And when you're going solo... granted, I've told Dustin this, I'll tell you guys this. My two favorite shows to do. If I had the opportunity to do just Time to BS and BS sessions, I'd be the happiest man in the world. Literally and figuratively. Because it's a blast. It's a blast to be able to do the show style that I want to do. Not be super serious and, talk about stats in here and there, like ESPN. No, I never wanted to do that. I want to be able to have fun doing the thing I love to do. And if I can't do that, clearly I'm doing something wrong. So that's where my head's at right now. So yeah, it was. I was contemplating leaving altogether until until Kevin and Dustin start doing Seahawks sessions with me. So that I'll admit. So yeah, it's very, very interesting time. I will say that. It was bad. It was bad enough to where, and since Vince is leaving, or since left, belly up, Kevin and I are probably doing Time to BS so I can give him something to do here and there. I threw it out to him and he was like, yeah, let's do it. Go for it. Fuck yeah. Sorry. French. Hell yeah, let's go. It was awesome. Kevin's a delight. Kevin, I feel like, can tell stories like Jim Cornette and just go on about, like, here's how Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes got into a street fight in 1982 over in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, you know what I mean? It's like stories like that where just go off the deep end for hours. I'm like, that's what I want to do. And, like, yeah, we got a show to do and stuff like that, but even if we get derailed for like 45 minutes talking about like Dusty Rhodes' best matches from the 1980s, like that'd be awesome. Like that'd be hysterical and awesome. Yeah, I haven't really talked about that. That's something I haven't talked about before on this program, which was how at one point I was contemplating just, calling people and be like, yeah, I'm done. And it stings because I love podcasting. But I was burned out. Oh, Lightning, Bruins 5, Lightning 4. Whoa, where did you come from? But you get what I mean, though. Like, Ryan, you get that just as well as anybody here in this room. Podcasting burnout is very real. And Dustin, I will swear by it when I say Dustin is one of the best, co-hosts that, personally I've ever had. Certainly you've ever had. I'm sure you can attest on that. Probably the best co-host you've ever had. And I remember when I was on one of your shows, talking about how the Seahawks should fire Pete Carroll. I remember that clear as day, and that was hilarious. Jeez. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, for real, it was a rough time for me podcasting for a hot minute. Which, again, sucks because I love doing this. Please work. Please work. Yay! It worked. Teleporters. Sweet. Teleporters roll. Teleporters are awesome. I took not one but 2 mental health breaks because I was throwing Bleep against a wall and see what stuck. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And it stings because, I know Seahawks Sessions is doing great. Because I see the numbers. I do. And not like I give a crap about numbers. Because I don't. I don't give a crap about numbers. Like, I'm not even saying because like to be humble or anything. Like, I'm saying because I really don't care about numbers. What I care about is having fun doing this. Like, if I'm having fun, even streaming. If I'm not having fun doing something, 9 times out of 10 I stop. And I retrace my steps and I go, wait a second. Wait a second. Because I need to stop doing what I'm doing here and retrace my steps. You know what I mean? And just see what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, Ryan. I remember the BS sessions we did. I remember that clear as day. That was a fun one. It was a great time. No, you can't be mad at that. You genuinely cannot be mad at that. Jeez. Yeah, Jack's schedule stings. Because I love doing the show with him too. Yeah, I was one of them. I would fill in with guests and do interviews until I found a permanent co-host, which is Dustin. Yeah, I was one of them. I remember that being one of them. I was one of them. I remember that. I was just starting with Belly Up. And I loved Belly Up. I love doing everything I can to help make the network grow. Anything I can do to help this establishment grow, I'm willing to do. Even if it's doing this. Jeez. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get Dustin to do BS sessions. I feel like that'd be a fun time. Also kind of deep. I feel like Dustin has some deep thoughts in the chamber. Probably. I wouldn't know. I mean, he might. Of course, like, we won't know until we jar it out of him. Yeah, sometimes I'd be up all night. Just trying to find ways to make this crap work. And it felt like no matter what I did, it wasn't working. And it stung. It did. What time is it? No conceivable way it's 9 o'clock at night. Holy crap, it is. Would you look at that? Yeah, PlayStation 5. I'm very pumped about this thing. Very excited about this thing. I have PlayStation 4 as well, which was a very interesting time. Jeez. Oh, jeez, I almost dropped my phone on my face. Into face. Into face. Oh, jeez. God, calm down. God, Minecraft, please. Calm down. Wow. Jeez. Everyone needs to relax. Weird, last stream was playing Spyro, now I'm playing Minecraft. Who would have thought, right? Jeez. What? What? What do you want? Yeah, go run. Radish 420. Who is Radish 420? Who is this guy? What's up, dude? What's poppin'? You've come to join the Department of BS, where we create nonsense and cause chaos, because apparently that's a thing that we're doing. I don't know why, but we are. Is this delayed? It might be. Thanks. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Desi, we know you love chaos. I am very well aware of the chaos and mischief you like to cause. This isn't like a difficult concept to grasp. Jesus. Oh boy. Oh dear. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm doing this nonsense. Okay. Yeah. I'm very well aware of the nonsense that I cause. Radish 420. What a great name. What a great name this is. Why do I feel like this is my cousin or someone I actually know? Like, personally. Danny, is that you? I don't have a soundboard. Do I have a soundboard? Does this work? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, it works! Oh, jeez. I wish I clipped that. Oh, man. Does this work? Yeah! Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. What do I got here in this department? I'm very curious. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. Ooh. 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 Jeez. It was unfortunately loud. Of course. Alright, that's kind of cool, actually. It's kind of cool. I gotta screw around with this. It's kind of cool. Oh, man, that's awesome. That is great. Oh, boy. Welcome to the stream, where you have no idea what happens. Literally no idea. Who is this individual? Hey, John. What's up, dude? Alright. Here for a couple minutes. We'll hit the like for you. It's just here. Here in our stream. Oh, Kubiak's got the Raiders job? Yeah, I know that. I'm a little annoyed by that, truthfully. This is the price that you pay for being good as Seahawks. It's the price you pay for being really good as a football team. It stings. It's the business. Listen, I don't know who they're going to bring in as his replacement. I would hope that it's another guy who does the pro style offense like Kubiak does. I don't know who exactly they're targeting. I know it's a distraction. You're right. It is a distraction. They could have waited until after the Super Bowl. You're 100% right. It stings, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I'm happy for Clint. He's been wanting the head coaching job for a while. I just don't think the Raiders are really good. The Raiders they better be paying him a boatload of cash to take that job. But I also hope it's not a boatload of cash to take that job. You know what I mean? It's like, do you remember when, stupid idea, but do you remember when Urban Meyer took the Jaguars job a few years ago? We laughed at them. We laughed at them hilariously, as we all did. And it was a boatload of money for him to go to the Jaguars. And the Jaguars, I think, are still paying that contract. So I hope it's not a boatload of money for the Raiders' sake, because they literally cannot afford to do anything. So I'm happy for him. I'm not going to share my prediction of the Super Bowl right now. I'm going to wait till Seahawks sessions rolls around and Time to BS rolls around. But as of right now, I don't know. Part of me thinks it's close. Part of me it's going to be a blowout. Part of me thinks it's going to be a beatdown. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see Sunday. So that's where my head's at currently. Happy you could make it, John. Happy you could make it. I'm pumped for that. What am I doing? So, who is this? Who is Reddish 420? I'm very curious to know who that is. Are you new in this department? I'm pumped for Clint. I'm pumped for Clint, truthfully. Uh, it's it's great. I'm happy for him. I really am happy for the guy. He deserves it, truthfully. So, it's cool. I think the Raiders are a toxic organization. It's the owner. It's Mark Davis. He's not going to sell either unless he gets blown. Unless he deliberately decides to put the team up for sale. He's not selling the Raiders, which stings because, listen, I think Raider fans get a bad rap. Truthfully, Raider fans get a horribly bad rap because they're the Raiders. And because they have a notorious habit to get into fights with people. They don't deserve this crap. They really don't. And I mean that respectfully, of course. As someone who loves the mystique of the Raiders. Like, when you thought of, like, some of the greatest franchises in the history of pro football, the Raiders were one of them. The Raiders for a long time were, like, the peak of, like, football anarchy at its core. And it was like Raider Nation travels too. Like, that's the one thing about Raider fans. They travel. Like, I guarantee you when I say this. If the Raiders were really good, like stupid good, we're talking like when Derek Carr broke his leg in 2016, before he broke his leg, they were a Super Bowl team in Oakland. They were a big time Super Bowl contender. And then Carr gets hurt, and the Raiders are never the same. They trade Khalil Mack, like, I think a year or two later to the Bears. They proceed to do nothing with those picks. And then it's just so bad because, yeah, with John Madden. With John Madden and before... The Raiders are a weird situation because... Before Al Davis passed away, and more importantly, before he drew himself insane, Al Davis was like he was the epitome of rebellion. He was so anti-established, like the anti-corporation owner. He was the first guy to really go to battle with the NFL and win. I think it was the only one to really do it at that time. You can argue Jerry Jones. Yeah, Hall of Famer Kenny Stabler, from Alabama. Yeah, Hall of Famer. The Snake. Also one of the greatest lefty QBs ever. That man was so good for the Raiders. Here's the thing. Here's my thing with the Raiders. Before Al Davis went insane in like the early 2000s, sometime after the Tuck Rule game, in 2001, sometime after that, it felt like the Raiders were on a painful decline, like rapid and sort of steady at the same time. And they never really fully recovered from the Tuck Rule game. And it stings because, and it really does sting for them because they deserve so much. Raider fans are so loyal. They're so freaking loyal. And like I knew a guy. Prime Marine guy, deployed for a little bit. He was a Raiders fan. He was a big time Raiders fan. Went to high school with him. Great guy. And when Derek Carr, yeah, it's true. Kenny Stabler is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play for Alabama. It's very true. Very true. Yeah, it's true because Coach Bear was a run first guy. He was a very much a run first guy. I know my history. I know my football history, for God's sakes. When Al died in 2011, when Al Davis died, it felt like the Raiders died with him. Yeah, they had a good year in 2016 with Jack Del Rio, Derek Carr, and what was left of that team. But had Derek Carr played the entirety of that season in 2016, the Raiders are probably the number 1 or 2 seed in the AFC and give the Patriots a run for their money for the Super Bowl, or the AFC Championship, and probably are a Super Bowl contender. Because Carr gets hurt, that dream is basically destroyed. And it could have happened to not a more snake-bitten franchise, but like they definitely didn't deserve that. Because it's like, you throw your arms in the air and be like, really, dude? Really? You're cursing us? Like, is this because of Al Davis? Like, it stings. It stings, man. It really does sting. Because they're such good fans. Like, Raider fans are awesome. That's like, I think, Flyer fans. Like, Flyer fans are the same thing in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Flyer fans get a really bad rap because of the entire city of Philadelphia. But in reality, they're awesome. Like, I saw a clip of a guy. I don't know who it was, but I saw a clip of a dude at a Flyers game with a prosthetic leg and drinking a beer out of the prosthetic leg. He chugged the beer from said prosthetic leg, and the crowd goes bonkers. It was awesome. And that's the crap you love to see. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool, I guess. You know what I saw a documentary of not that long ago? Actually, it was today. I saw a documentary on Ric Flair early in the day. And I was like, that's cool. A lot of bikers I knew back in the day were Raider fans. Big time. Big time Raider fans. They're awesome. A lot of bikers in New York and they were Raider fans. Yep. Oregon's got a good biker scene, I've heard. Like, really good. Alright, there, dude. Yeah. You know, I haven't really talked about yet. I don't know if I'll talk about this in our stream. I don't know. I have a few things I want to get off my chest, but I don't know how to word it. Nothing terrible. Just like, story time. I don't know. Probably talk about it in our stream. Alright, guys. It's been an hour and a half. Probably gonna go chill for the night. Alright, guys.